Advertisement Critique Presentation by McKenzy. Advertisement. Gender biases, mediated femininity, mediated masculinity, and mediated non-binary. Ad number 1 that I selected. You do the girl boss thing, we'll do the SEO thing. An advert for people per hour saying you do the girl boss thing has been banned by the Advertising Standards Authority, ASA. The offending advert received complaints for taking patronizing approach to a woman running a business. An advert for people per hour was banned for reinforcing harmful gender stereotypes, and ASA said, the saying will do the SEO thing, referring to the internet search engine optimization, also implied that women were not skilled at using any form of technology. Ad analysis number 1. Females are portrayed specifically in this ad in a negative way. It comes across as sexist and specifically demeaning towards women. This ad is saying that women bosses should not be taken seriously in their field and they are unable to be successful, which implies that being a girl boss is a fun trend for women and that they need to hire help to grow their business. The ad diminishes women with no negative attitudes like this, and it's hard to encourage women to break through the corporate world without being objectified or criticized heavily. It also implies that women aren't smart enough to be successful or even create a skilled, flourish company. Second ad that I selected was an Old Spice ad. Smell like a man, be a man, Old Spice. This ad for Old Spice portrays masculine stereotypes of strength and seduction. Old Spice is using masculine traits of a shirtless buff man on a horse. The concept of being masculine and sexy is enticing to their target male audience. It is also enticing to women who associate Old Spice with smelling attractive. By focusing on elicit a reaction from the audience, they focus is on achieving the masculinity and not buying the product, soap. This ad is designed to bring in young men who aspire to be manly, strong, and by doing so they advertise a strong man who looks clean and smells good. Ad analysis number 2. Gender-neutral products like pens, soaps, tape, and razors have all been pushed to conform to gender stereotypes. If a razor or soap bottle is pink, it is more primarily marked and targeted towards women, while dark colors like blue and black are for men. This format of marketing reveals underlying gender stereotypes. You can see a specific color format that is used in this ad. They don't use a bright pink or green colors, primarily focus on masculine colors and style. This is intentional to connect and target the market of men who feel like they need feel the need to appeal to these stereotypes to feel masculine. My third ad. This ad is a social campaign from the city of Toronto to remove gender and trans stereotypes. It features a woman of color who also has a disability. They published this ad alongside the Black Coalition for the AIDS Foundation. The ad reads, "My gender lives here, not here." The objective is to educate people about the importance of creating a safe and inclusive environment for transgender youth of color. The campaign features real trans people of color on posters around the city to help the community understand the complexities of gender and race as well as the difference between sex and gender. Ad 3 analysis. The campaign points out that 26% of trans people of color have experienced police harassment due to their race, ethnicity, and that 22% have been turned down for a job for the same reason. When understanding how race, gender, sex, and class interplay and create barriers for trans youth of color, it is a fundamental component required to identify and to address the needs of trans youth in Toronto. Specific representations regarding my transgender ad was positive and spreading positive energy throughout the community and online. They are beneficial to society because they offer an important outlook and support to those who are transgender and or non-binary. It helps them to feel entirely supported and understood, especially when they're feeling alone. Gender stereotypes. Ad number 1. Personal identity. Negatively affects women's self-worth and it diminishes their accomplishments. While yes, it reinforces gender norms of women staying home and leaving the real work to men. The gender stereotypes for ad number 2. Personal identity. Negatively promotes male stereotypes of being strong and muscular to be attractive. It reinforces male gender norms of needing to be manly in order to be respected. In ad 3, my gender lives here, not here. Personal identity. Positively affecting trans youth of color by showing representation and acceptance in media. Does not reinforce gender norms, instead challenges norms to reach acceptance for all. Powerless against stereotype images. Do you feel powerless to resist these images that relentlessly target women and men in daily life? Yes, gender stereotyped images flood mainstream media and advertising. These stereotypes are deeply ingrained into our culture that we tend to not even notice when media is pushing against gender norms. Do any of these images seem unhealthy or offensive to you? The first ad uses offensive words towards women in its image. It is unhealthy for young girls and women to be put down publicly by a large brand. The second ad promotes an unhealthy body image for males to obtain, which can lead to an obsession with body image. Once this obsession has been led with your body image, it can directly correlate back to self-inflicting problems based around your body image. What are the dangers of unrealistic images found in media? Seeing unrealistic images in media can lead people to feel more comfortable targeting others in attacks on their gender or character traits. Women feel pressure of needing to appear pretty at all times and even fit their most submissive roles portrayed in advertisements. Males can be made to feel like they need to be strong, attractive, respected, and feminine traits like being emotionally discouraged. My summary. In conclusion, gender stereotypes are heavily present in advertisements and can have lasting negative effects on your mental health. People may feel like they have to conform to these stereotypes to be accepted and respected in society, but it is important to call out advertisements that do and continue to promote unhealthy and offensive gender norms. In today's society, people have many platforms to call out brands for offensive content and resist the stereotypes being placed on society. In that same way, people can push for advertisements like trans acceptance ad from Toronto that help people feel included and supported as members of society. Being aware and not turning a blind eye towards these stereotypes will help bring conclusion to all types of people. References. Here's my reference page. Thank you very much for listening and participating in my presentation, and have a great rest of your day.